I do think that the accusation of racism is less compelling nowadays.
Yes.
Just like when you hear Nazi about Donald Trump for 35,000 times in a month or whatever, like people start to think, okay, wait a minute, maybe they're just saying the most terrible thing they can think of. And this actually is something that comes from like kind of the postmodern philosophy. They don't actually believe postmodernists don't actually believe that there is a truth. They believe that it's all perspective, and they don't believe that words actually have any more meaning than we give them. So because words have the meaning that we give them, words don't actually have any meaning. So they can use words that function to get a reaction or to produce a result, as opposed to using words that mean something. And it's generally has worked, but people on the right are kind of onto that kind of rhetoric and are just sick and tired of it. You point to your book. If you got something you can add to that, please.
Well, no, I mean, as far as manipulation campaigns, and that's what people have to realize is we all consciously or subconsciously have manipulation campaigns. And so on the one hand, it may be something good where, I don't know, I'm looking for light blue pumps, and the internet, now that I talked about it in front of all of you, the internet's going to send me marketing campaigns, manipulation campaigns to show me the blue pumps I couldn't find, and now I have to buy. So on the one hand, there's marketing, but then it can also be things like the rhetoric and the language that people use that can be very divisive. And it's happening on the internet. It's happening in sort of the language choices we use, and we have to be very mindful of it and not do it ourselves, but also be able to help other people spot and stop when these manipulation campaigns are happening.
So now, like, you're going to turn on your computer, it's going to be ads like, move to sunny Texas.
I thought it was Arkansas.
Well, I thought, was she talking about...
She wants people to move to Arkansas.
But
If you're white,
so
people.
you got to move out of state, miss.
So,
Sorry about
so
that.
is that something that you actually get into in your book?
Not about the kind of that part of the politics, but the fact that you can see where a social media campaign using certain hashtags, using certain language can manipulate people into thinking, okay, this is what's actually happening. And they don't have the time to dig deeper. And it ends up and the internet gives you more of what you came for, especially with algorithms today on social media platforms and AI. And so if you ask or you linger, the internet's going to keep giving you more and more of what you came for.
This just shows also, like, they did it again. They did it before, like it was 2022 or something like that. They all, like, 50 some left the state, Democrats, and they did it again this year. And both times they came back and they didn't win anything, nothing. They gained nothing. So hopefully folks will realize that it's all just performative. It's all just fake.
I have a question for you. What's the best way to if we're talking purely on social media platforms, what is the best way to, like, reset your algorithm if it's going off the rails?
I mean, look at rolling pandas. I mean, so if you think about rolling
pandas,
how can you have a bad day when you see pandas rolling down a hill? And so if you want to, I mean, whenever I feel like my algorithm needs a reset, I'll look at like funny animal videos or rolling pandas, or maybe I'll look at something. I love Pope Leo, so I'll look at something that Pope Leo recently said, and it just resets your algorithm.
Because, like, X is particularly pernicious, and, like, last week we covered the stupid story about the Mormon dating show.
Oh yeah,
and I did myself the disservice of bookmarking like 2 people talking about it, and then I closed X, I opened it back up, and it took 9 posts before I saw something that wasn't quote tweeting that single thing. Wow. So I had to unbookmark. I had to go and send it to myself through Slack, and so that it wouldn't be bookmarked on my page, because it completely destroyed my feed.
It does that. And that's the thing. What they want is for you to spend more time. So the more eyeballs they have, the more money they make. And it's one of the things I found in doing the research for the book was, I thought a lot of times manipulation campaigns, as they related to political elections around the world, was about trying to pick winners and losers. But what I realized in the research for my book is people actually make loads of money in the process. So Meta makes loads of money. And then I came across through HackerX, there was a Macedonian group, and HackerX asked them, why are you guys pro-Bernie, pro-Trump, and anti-Hillary? And this was back in sort of that time frame when all 3 of them were running. And they said, oh, we're not. that's the combo that makes us the most money. So you click on their news, you click on the ads, you spend time there, and they figured out when they were pro-Hillary, they didn't make as much money. But when they were pro-Bernie, pro-Trump, anti-Hillary, that for them, capitalism-wise, they just said, we're pro-capitalism, these Macedonians.
Bernie would hate that.
He would.
I don't know. He's come to love capitalism. He's been shilling those whole time.
He'll maybe he loves it for himself, but
Yeah, that's
Right.
he doesn't
yes.
talk.
He wrote a
doesn't
book,
talk
bro.
the
He's
talk,
got like
so.
3 houses.
cronyism. He's not even the private sector.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.